Hi, boys and girls. I hope that you listened to my story time about wind today because the week has not failed me. It has been very windy. And we're going to learn how to make a kite today. It's really simple. Here's some things that you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of paper. And this is how my finished kite looks. But I used cardstock, but you can use just a regular piece of white paper, like a copy or piece of paper. Cardstock's a little stronger, and you could probably even use a pretty strong piece of construction paper. So you need one piece of paper. You need some string. Yarn might be a little too heavy. Fishing line is strong and very light. This is kite string, but if you don't have that and you have string that's pretty light, you can use that. See what you have around the house. You're going to need a ruler that helps us to measure things. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch at home, you can use the tip of a pen or pencil to poke through. And you're going to need some Scotch tape. And you're also going to need a strip of something to use for a tail. I'll show you that I used a plastic bag that I cut to make the tail. And let's get started. I'll show you how to do it. Maybe you can have some fun today. So let's begin to make our kite. The first thing we have is our piece of paper, and we're going to fold it in half. Next thing we're going to do, notice I flipped it over so this is the open side, is we're going to measure an inch from the top, and we're going to make a mark. And that's from an inch in from the folded side. Okay? And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to measure an inch in from the side that opens. Okay? So you can see that. And I'm going to draw a line from one of those dots to the other because that's going to be my fold line. All right. So I'm going to take now and I'm going to fold this first flap over on that line. Okay. So I have this, and then I'm going to turn the paper all the way over. So hold it like that and flip it all the way over. And I'm going to fold this part back to match where I put the fold on the other line. There you go. So you can see that I have folded both, so this looks like the shape of my kite. Okay? Now, I want this to hold together, so I'm folding it like this, and I'm going to just tape that down so that fold stays together. It's been so windy, I'm going to put a few pieces of tape to make sure that it really stays there. Okay. All the way down to the bottom. All right. And now I'm going to take my straw, and I'm going to tape my straw right there, from this corner to this corner. If it doesn't reach entirely, that's okay. So I'm going to tape that straw down, and I like to start at the middle. So I'm going to tape it, and tape it down really well. That's going to hold my kite open. Okay. Just like that. All right, there we go. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to hold this part up. And about this far down, I'm going to punch a hole in. And that's going to go where my kite string is going to go. So I simply want to take and put my string through that hole and tie it off. Just a regular knot will be fine. Again, it's just really simple. There we go. We have the beginning of our kite. And my kite is going to fly this way. All right, but we need a tail. The tail is what gives the kite some stability. And for me, I did something very simple. And I took and I cut a length out of a kitchen garbage bag. And as you see, I wasn't too particular about it being straight. But that's lightweight, and that's what you want. You don't want something that's too heavy for the tail. And I'm going to take and I'm going to tape it to this end. And the tail will flip around a lot. So you want to make sure that it's really taped on well. If you notice, I use Scotch tape, and that's because it's kind of lightweight. And that's what I want it to be. All right. And my kite is ready to go. I have my string, my tail, and my kite. Let's take it outside and see how it works. Let's see how this goes. All right. Well, I hope you have some fun with that kite outside. You may have to run a little bit, but today is certainly windy enough. But dress warm. All right, take care. Bye-bye.